Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be where you are. Welcome back to the live stream. Today is Friday, September 13th. And we're going to write a little bit of code today. Yeah, that's right, Friday the 13th. You afraid? You scared? Does that do anything for you? You a little paranoid? Oh yeah. We're going to get into this. We're going to...
Theaskittens just resubscribed for 10 months. Somewhat good tolokat buck and twos if that word beckles.
We're going to have some fun today. Thanks so much, Fierce Kittens. I appreciate that sub. And we're going to make a donation to Coder Dojo with that. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, we're going to have some fun writing code today. That's the Halloween music. It's amped up a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more rock than the original Halloween music. Nope, not going to read that one. Thank you, Svava. What mischief indeed. Oh yeah, we're going to have some fun today. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Rambling Geek just resubscribed for 13 months. Hi.
Hi, indeed, Rambling Geek. Thanks so much for that resub. 13 months! Puts you over a year. You've got a propeller hat loyalty badge. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Tagaron!
Tag Aaron1 just resubscribed for 18 months.
Woo! Look at that. Oh my goodness. 18 months. That puts you, I believe it's an orange hat with a propeller. Orange and white hat. And now look who's here. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf? We want it now! The meatloaf! What's she doing? I never know what she's doing.
It's JAF 1021. Hello, hello. Good morning. Oh my gosh. So much fun stuff going on here already. Wow. Wow. I've got an announcement to share with you. Let me say hello to everybody that's here. Oh my goodness. Tagaron, DD Walsh, Goran Howe, Copperbeardy, Rambling Geek, Alethea Island. Oh, good afternoon. Richard H. Boyd. Hey yo, good to see you. Copperbeardy had the Twitch Prime. With the Twitch Prime resub. Thanks so much for that. Of course, if you have Amazon Prime, connect it to your Twitch account and you get one sub free anywhere here on Twitch. If you use it here, you're going to get 17 emotes. You'll be able to throw emotes on the screen. Only subs can send their emotes across the screen. And we'll make a donation to Coder Dojo all quarter long. And we've got a new charity that we're going to support starting in October, and I think you're going to be really happy when you hear who this charity is, because I'm going to go a little bit off the rails and I'm not going to support a technology charity for the fourth quarter. I think it's going to be an important charity that you will very much appreciate. Oh my gosh, Silly Porridge, Eco Math, Commander Alil, good to see you. Sean's here. Hello. Johnny Sparkles says the company I work for just got us all pizza to celebrate a successful update release. Congratulations. Always great to have a great software release. There you go. 6 months on the project, done with time to spare, and no bugs so far. Wait a sec. You finished a project ahead of time with no bugs? Are you sure you're really a software developer? Are you sure? Because the number of folks that I hear always complaining, we're late, there's so many bugs. You got done early with no bugs? Where is it? Where is it?
Inconceivable!
That can't be true. Can't be. Look at that. Got to get back to the meatloaf of 1021. Thanks so much. Look at that jersey. Look at that jersey. There you go. You'll see it a little bit better when we cut to the other view. Yeah, that's right. The Michael Jolly. You're getting one of these. But I can also share that our friends at Custom Esports finally got to subscribe here. It says Devil Dog Technic. Well, welcome. Thanks so much. If you want, right, and it even has my name on the back. Let me see if I can turn around real quick. This isn't easy to do with all these cables here. Right, can you see it? So, you like that jersey? Well, how about this? How about this? Maybe you'd like your own. Maybe you want one of these. It's now available if you'd like to get your own. Oh yeah, it's a very fake background. Very, very fake. If you want your own Live Coders jersey with your name on the back, you can place an order and get that sent out to you. Take about 3-4 weeks for them to make it, but there's the link in chat if you want your own. I know a number of folks have said, I'd love to get my own. All the folks on the Live Coders team that filled out our survey, they're getting their own for free, and my goal is to make sure that all the Live Coders get theirs so that they can look and rep the part, but you'll be able to get your own here as well. A number when ordering. There we go. So this is from the folks at like I said, Custom Esports. They put together the jerseys for us. They look really nice. And what the heck? Yeah, Michael Jolly, why is your sub cut? That's because you did resub. We saw it. So that's interesting. Blazoring Live Coders hat. No. Yeah, that's the Blazor logo that you see there on the hat. Oh yeah, really great stuff. I put all the various logos for frameworks and tools and things, icons, put them on a hat. Looks great. Feels good. So there's the jersey if you're interested in getting your own. And I have 50 of these that I'm going to be distributing over the next week. I'm going to be mailing some out to the folks. that are on the Live Coders team and speaking for .NET Conf. I need to get their addresses. We're going to mail those out, and they're going to look sharp for their presentations for .NET Conf. All right. This is a back-to-back stream day today because not only am I streaming here today, but we're also going to have a virtual dev intersection talk right after this on the dev intersection channel. I'm not going to be able to raid right over there. I've got a little bit of configuration setup that I need to do, but I hope you join me shortly after this stream ends. We'll be over on the dev intersection channel, and you'll be able to see. It's Richard Campbell, myself, and we're going to be interviewing Mark Miller from the Code Rushed channel. He's going to be joining us, and we're going to talk about great user interface design and the science around that as part of that discussion today. So the shipping for these, it's coming out of China is where they manufacture them. Like you expected manufacturing somewhere else. All right, let's get over to GitHub. And let's talk about our project today. And I want to walk through and answer a question we got in the chat room a few days ago, and it's sitting in our Discord. I want to talk through what that is.
And then
We'll get into doing some more with JavaScript, SignalR, and Blazor. How's that for the end then? You like that? So, Michael Jolly, I'm asking that question because there is no form. There was no entry point to key in a number here. So I want to make sure that there is an opportunity for folks to key that in.
Tim_Blazor just gifted 4 subs.
Tim! Thanks so much for gifting those 4 subs. We're going to make donations for all of those to Coder Dojo. Sanan Meskin, GL Conti, Binary Chef, and DB Context User, you just got subscriptions, and then you're going to be able to use emotes everywhere here on the channel. And Twitch as well. 17 emotes. Clinches, what did you clinch, Fierce Kittens? Fierce Kittens is getting a jersey. Oh, yeah. No, the ones that people can purchase, I do have a question out to them because there is nowhere they can key in their number that they want to purchase. But I'm thinking for next year's jersey, right, if this is the home jersey, right, the home jersey is the dark color. I want to do a lighter color jersey for next time. Maybe it's purple in the middle and white on the trim. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll design something really cool. And every year we're going to have new jerseys that we're going to make for the team. This is going to be a thing that I'm going to continue doing and making sure that the folks that teach about code, that write code here live on Twitch, look sharp, have something that they can wear when they go to conferences, conventions, and represent that, hey, they write code live and here's my channel on the back. Looks really cool. Dark mode versus light mode jerseys. Absolutely. Good luck, Devil Dog, Tech Nerd, having an interview in a few hours at Microsoft. Very good luck to you, sir. Or ma'am, whatever the case may be. Too late to get here by Sunday. Sunday? Okay. All right, there we go. So there's the details about the jersey. You know information about that. And I want to talk about Blazor and uploading files. That's what we're going to start with today. These kinds of support. How do you do these types of questions? I need to come up with a name for this segment. And we'll go through and talk about that today. And we'll get back into our project. I also want to get some feeling around, some shape around this idea of the Marie Kondo minute. What's something in technology that doesn't bring us joy and we want to discard, we want to get rid of? I want to get like a sound effect and a screen, a wipe, some animation, and I want to drop in a segment, the Marie Kondo minute. Let's get rid of something that's bothering us in the technology space, in our software development life, that doesn't bring us joy anymore. Or maybe we turn that a little bit and we say, you know what, this didn't bring us joy. No, it's not JavaScript. We're not getting rid of JavaScript. But we want to encourage something and push in that direction. Blame Michael. No, I'm not blaming him. We're not getting rid of users either. JavaScript makes Fierce Kittens itchy. Well, they're to each their own. That's why you should try TypeScript. Let me get some music playing here in the background as we go through and we start exploring the answer to our question here about Blazor and file uploads. This is Music to Code By, written by our friend, Mr. Carl Franklin. You saw him here on stream a few weeks ago with us. I'm going to play, this is called Judson. Very groovy music that'll get you in the flow, get you focused on whatever your task might be. So whether it's writing code, writing documentation, reading documentation, or just chores around the house, doing homework, whatever it might be, check it out, mtcb.pwop.com. Thank you so much, Carl, for letting us listen to your music here on the channel. And I encourage you, check it out, get your copy of Music to Code By today. Thank you for the follow, Kerjax. I appreciate you joining us and look forward to seeing you in the chat room. We are still pushing through this follower goal every time we cross 100 followers. So in about 67 more followers, I'll send out a sticker pack. I have them queued up. I need to get over to the post office. That'll be Saturday morning. I'm going to get there now. I've got 3 of them that I'm going to be sending out. Every time we cross 100 followers, I'll give out some stickers. But when we get to 8,000, I'm going to dye my beard rainbow for Dev Intersection in November. We missed our deadline here for .NET Conf and TwitchCon. That's okay. But if we get to 8,000, I will, for Dev Intersection, have a rainbow beard as a salute to you, our Twitch community. Thank you for the follow, Logical XX. Appreciate that. Putting stickers on your monitor makes it all gummy. Yeah, don't put stickers on your monitor. Put it like on the back of your laptop or around your keyboard, right? Or on the side of your desktop or something, right? Put it somewhere cool where you can show it off. Logical asks, why does JavaScript play a horse sound? We horse around with our JavaScript here. It's been an ongoing gag here on stream, and it's something that we're very much right. The name of the stream is C# Fritz, right? I'm a C# developer first, primarily. And every time that I get into JavaScript, I'm all thumbs. I know enough JavaScript to be dangerous, but I am not the most proficient JavaScript developer. And it's kind of fun to poke a little fun at the language, at the ecosystem. And we do that whenever the word JavaScript comes up. The horses neigh. So... putting sticker. Am I a fan of coding training? Asks Johnny Sparkles. Yeah, the guys at coding training do a great job as well. Absolutely. So we're talking about Blazor today. Blazor, of course, is. There we go. Blazor, of course, is a framework, a user interface framework built on .NET Standard that runs in one of 2 places. It'll run on the server with a very component-based user interface model that will allow you to generate pages that render on the server and have a very fast connection to your client, your web browser, because it uses SignalR to automatically traffic changes between those back and forth between the web browser and the server. Let me thank Fresh Life for the follow. Appreciate you joining us. And look forward to seeing you in the chat room there. Don't have the jacket on me today. No. I felt like wearing the jersey today. Got to sport and show off the jersey. So, and where can I get a C# hat? Says, is that Zeno? Short Google isn't yielding good results. They don't make those, actually. Our friend Fierce Kittens here in the chat room put together an embroidery design for me, and I took it to my local lids store. And they put that on a blue hat for me. So, yeah, I've looked into setting up a store to make those, a storefront to do that, and embroidery is something not easy to set up a storefront on. So, same thing with the Blazor logo. I took the logo from the Blazor project, went and had it put on a hat for me. So, a live coder's jacket. No. So Blazor runs server side. It also runs client side. It'll compile down. Oh my gosh.
Devlead just resubscribed for 13 months. Lucky no 13. Thumbs up.
Yes. Thank you so much for that resub, Devlead, and we'll make another donation to Coder Dojo. Logical. Let me come back to that. Let me pin that question. What is there something specific that you're looking for there? Let me know. But I'm going to focus on Blazor here for just a minute. So Blazor will run client-side. You can compile that .NET standard down, and it'll run on top of the Mono framework, on top of WebAssembly in the browser. Really, really out there for you to be able to run C# code, .NET code in the browser. So I'm going to search for a Blazor app right here, and this is Visual Studio 2019 Preview. If you want, you can download, you can install the Visual Studio 2019 Preview. You can always install the Community Editions free, but if you want the Professional or Enterprise Edition, there's a timer on those. You can only run those for so long in preview mode. Let's call this sample file upload. There we go. No, that's not... Oh, crap. Took forever to load, and I clicked the button. I'm not sure if I did the right thing here. Fierce Kittens wants a Live Coders inflatable T-Rex.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think would fly. Think.
Maybe. That could be a thing. Alright, so I created the solution incorrectly. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to go wipe that. Because that's not the right one that I wanted. I created using the wrong template. And it's just easier for me to delete that folder and recreate. Off to a wonderful start already. Right? Okay. Sample file upload. Alright, let's see if we can get this to work. There we go. WebAssembly app. This is the one I want. Sure, hosted on ASP.NET Core. Why not? How fast will I get sued if I put C# logo on a hat? That's not a C# logo. It's actually a .NET Foundation logo, and it's free for you to use to put on stickers and other things if you'd like. The licensing for the use of that is in the .NET Foundation swag repository on GitHub. So if you go to .NET, I believe it's, yeah, swag. All the logos are here. It made sense to open up the artwork for swag self-service store to allow folks to purchase items of swag, or there is licensing available. Artwork in the swag repo is licensed under the very permissive CC 0, right? That's the Creative Commons 0. You are positively encouraged to use the artwork to create your own swag items to give away. Be sure to tweet pictures showing your swag being worn with pride. So you are very much welcome to use that C# logo. There's the swag repository in chat, and you can find it's under Save the Day. And there's the PNG. It's really big. You can find it blank. You can also find it filled in. Let me get the SVG one. There you go. And it's free for anybody to use if you'd like to put it on a hat or whatever. Fanny Reinders is here. Hello, hello. I do have your application. We're going to do something about that a little bit later today. I need a live coders jersey command. That's not wrong. That's a very good idea. Logical asks, am I a spare time coder? No, I'm a full-time coder. I work on the Microsoft.NET team. I write code for a living so that I know how to use Visual Studio and .NET. And I can teach about those as well. Canadian Anarchist asks, have I used Gatsby.js? No, and that's something that I want to try here on stream, maybe in October. October's coming up, and of course, October isn't just October here on stream. If you remember last year at this time, October wasn't October. October became Ubuntober. All Linux, all month long, with .NET, live here on stream. So maybe we'll do some Gatsby during that as well. Hey, Graham, good to see you. Happy Friday. You like the Blazor hat? Looking forward to .NET Conf. Yes, that's coming up in a little over a week. Is the resource management app now ready? Asks Namazri. Not yet. I've got a little bit more work to do over there. We've been very busy this month. Very, very busy. And I wanted to take a look at some things here we updated our applications to the latest version of ASP.NET Core, and this idea of something really quick that we could build in the bot came up, and it was something to go after. Yes, we are in September. Very good there. It's also Hacktober. Yes, but we're going to do Ubuntober. An announce image that pops up an image of the live coders jersey when they first speak in chat. No, not going to do that. So, I will, let's do this. I'll set the project command. Uploading files using Blazor. Let's put that to start. There you go. All right, so let's talk about uploading files using Blazor. You're going to have a client, you're going to have a server. Blazor, particularly we want to look at uploading from client-side Blazor because it's running as WebAssembly in the browser. That's kind of weird. It's a little bit different. So how do we do that? How do we get a file? How do we upload it to the server? Well, you don't want any kind of an endpoint on the server that's a... right, you want to have some API endpoint that's sitting there that'll listen and receive those updates that are pushed to it. So we're going to want some sort of a controller that'll receive files. So let's add a controller to start here. Sure, we'll add an empty API controller. And let's call this upload controller. So this is just going to scaffold out some content, install the appropriate... Why are you installing SQL Server? Why is it installing SQL Server libraries? I don't want to use SQL Server. That feels weird. Does Windows render fonts by using its CPU or GPU? Depends. What is Ubuntober? Do I drink code and write beers on Ubuntu? No. All month through of October, we're going to be using Ubuntu here live on stream. Hey, Crows, good to see you. Anyone got the Discord link? There you go. There's a link to the Discord. Today, I'd like to write some code now. Literally, all I did was file new and... Come on. Ubuntu or Windows subsystems for Linux? Ask EcoMath. We'll use Ubuntu. We'll stand up a virtual machine, install the latest version of Ubuntu, and we will be in Linux all month long. We'll even use a little bit. We'll even use a little bit of VI during the month. Are you kidding? I'm trying to generate 6 lines of code, and it took all that time.
You're about to get a serious beatdown.
Logical asks about details about fonts. No, I'm sorry. I don't know enough about the fonts to get into that. Sorry. So let's talk about, we're going to upload files, and when you upload files to an API controller, you're actually receiving a byte array, right? And you need to handle that byte array. It's coming in as a form part of that. You need to save that appropriately wherever on disk or something like that. So there's a way to build the API controller to receive that. So let me go over here and let's look for .NET Core API controller upload files. And I know there's a way to do this. Here you go. CodeMaze has something that'll do it with Angular. .NET Core Web API. This is the one I'm looking for. The official docs. Uploading small files with model binding. Form, method post, encoding type, multi-part form data, ASP controller, ASP action. Okay. That's one way to do it with MVC, but there is a way to receive these on the API. There it is. That should do it. HTTP post, and we're going to set up a method here to receive these and return appropriately. You can also upload larger files using streaming. To each their own. That might make more sense to use. I'm just going to upload a smaller file. So let's scroll down here. I'm going to, like all good developers do, just copy and paste some code.
What'd you do?
I trusted the documentation that our friend Ardalis wrote, okay? There you go, look. It's right up here. Steve Smith, that's our friend Ardalis. He's another one of the live coders. I trust Steve. Tuxtober, that's on Linux, dressed fancy. Nah, come on. Let's see here. Yeah, knew I was in a rush. Why aren't I using the Edge browser? I do use Edge frequently. I use Edge for my debugging. I'm not currently using it because there are some keys and logins and things that are configured in there that I cannot share on stream. So, because I'm using it for day-to-day stuff, I can't show that. So, not for right now, at least. We'll get back to it. It will be back. So we're going to upload HTTP posts, and this is the template. Upload files. Nah, I don't want you. Just go to /API/upload, post that, give me a collection of files, and we're going to get the size, new file stream, and write it to a temporary file. I guess that works. I could save it somewhere on disk. Put it into a folder of uploaded files or something, right? I could add someplace that I wanted to drop it, but for right now, you know, I can save it, and it'll return an OK that says here's where the file was actually written. That's not too bad. That's easy to work with. I'm going to put a breakpoint there just so I can get what that file path is, so I can open it and show where that is. The shoutouts aren't working again. Inconceivable. When will Edge start using the Chromium engine? There's a beta version out right now that does. I prefer to use the Canary version because I have this. Wait a sec. It's not there. I like to use the Canary version because
Danger's my middle name.
it is. And it's been running with Chrome and Chromium engine, and it's been very, very nice. At what size does a small file become a large file? I don't know. That's a good question. Is it at the 2 gig limit? Could be. Any single buffered file exceeding 64K will be moved to RAM, to a temp file on disk on the server. Yeah, so I would say a couple hundred meg. It doesn't really say. Excuse me. Oh, I'm congested. I don't see it. Is there a recommendation here? No. Alright. Whatever. So, this is the iForm file interface. This is the default interface for files that are uploaded through ASP.NET. So the T in Jeffrey T. Fritz is for danger, spelling danger with a T, indeed. Actually, the T is for trustworthy. Let's see that. Jeffrey Trustworthy Fritz. That's how that works. Let's see, what do we have here? Moving on. So we're going to receive those files here, and we'll do something. Right, we need to process them, move them somewhere on disk. I could move them. You know what? Let's do this. Let's add a new folder here, and let's just call this uploaded. Right? And I could, so form file, this is written, it's now a file on disk. Don't rely and trust on the file name property without validation. Well, it's my sample, so I'm going to do this. Don't do this. Jeff is trusting himself. Because I do. So I can say form file, right? Well, that's here. So it's copying to async the stream, which is a temporary path file name, that path. So I could say file dot, can I do file dot copy? Give me that. Hello? I'd like a thing. Yes, file. Is it? I thought that was a static type I could do something with. Can I do file info? No. New file. Really? Really? I just want to copy a file. What the heck is it to copy a file with System IO? The fastest fastest way to do it. I thought file.copy was there. Yeah. Why isn't why isn't that showing up? No quick actions available here. And it's telling me that file isn't a thing. Like, oh, wait a sec. Now it is. There we go. Source file name is going to be file path. I was getting confused because of the namespaces, right? There's a file object on the controller. And the destination file name is going to be, well, I need to get the uploaded folder and its location. So what I can do to get that uploaded folder, I can create a constructor here and receive the iHosting environment. Add obsolete. iWebhost environment. Fine. Web host environment. You like that? You like apples? How about them apples? Create an initialized field. There we go. So now I could say underscore env. I could say content root file provider, and reach in and or I can just put together the content root path and concatenate. I like that. Path combine, right? And there's, yeah, I can put multiple paths in there. So the content root path uploaded. And finally, whatever the file name is. So I could say, well, I should do this for each file, shouldn't I? Right, do this here. Just so I have the file saved somewhere. Uploaded, and I'm gonna pass, I don't, right, I should be able to say form file dot. I'm going to grab the file name because yeah. You could concatenate that together with something else, depending on what your needs are, but I'm just going to copy it into that same file name. Don't do that, but. Process.start. No. No. Dennis asks, you think making projects is the best way to become a better dev programmer rather than Udemy? Yes, Udemy is a scam. Do not watch Udemy. They steal content from legitimate producers. Do not watch their content. You can take that to the bank. Error Maj 7. Welcome. Appreciate you joining us. All right. And, yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. Do not use Udemy. Yeah, they say they're free, but you know what it is? It's hacked content from other providers. And those content creators that are writing that are not getting paid. If you still want them to continue writing content, support them. But building teaching in this way means that I can answer your questions. If you're watching if you're watching content on Udemy, you don't get to ask questions. Not only that, but the content creator is never going to respond to you on Udemy because it's hacked content. What do I think about Pluralsight? I used to produce content for Pluralsight. They had a very, very exclusive set of authors producing content for them. Most of those authors have moved on. Yeah, if you want to learn more about the Udemy problem, search for Troy Hunt Udemy. And you can learn more about why you shouldn't be patronizing Udemy. Hey, Cypher, good to see you. Photo, yes, I do work at Microsoft. What does it take to be a Microsoft developer? You gotta be... There's many different developer types at Microsoft. They're looking for folks that are well-balanced, that know their craft, and that can contribute to whatever product it is that you're participating in. being a developer on Windows, .NET, or Visual Studio is a different level of developer. That is a much different level. If you're a developer that's helping implement solutions for customers, that's helping in a consultancy type role, it's a slightly lower set of requirements because you're actually implementing and using things, but we still want a high bar there. It's those folks that are actually building the products. They want the best of the best working, and those folks are amazing. So, it is definitely something to be a part of Microsoft. So it's definitely an amazing group to be writing code with. You like the shirt? You like the shirt? Yep, that's the Live Coders jersey. There was a link that I shared earlier if you want to get your own jersey. There you go. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate you joining us. Oh my goodness. Lots of folks joining us. Gonna have to check out. Yep, there'll be a replay here later. Fantastic. What's the difference between those types regarding the salary? Two types of developers. It's different groups, different divisions at Microsoft have different budgets. That's all. So, pizza.
Peace_A_pizza just resubscribed for 4 months.
Thanks so much for the resub, and we'll make a donation to Coder Dojo. I really appreciate that. You want amazing developers on your team, but you can only hire juniors. The great thing about hiring junior developers is you can grow them into what you want, right? Just add water, a little plant food, and they'll grow. Pizza and caffeine, that makes them amazing. No, they can learn together, they can train together, and they can become better developers and make your team amazing when you have junior developers. Get them out to user groups together. Get them to conferences together so they can learn together and make that investment in growing your company, right? You're not paying as much in salary. That's okay. If you turn around and use that to invest in growing those folks, now you've got a really great team that you've built. Is there a problem that the file paths declaration is outside the for each loop? Well, you're right. Good catch. Good catch. Right, that's a temporary file name. It's going to write to the same file over and over again. That's a problem with that sample code. That should be in here so that we're getting, yeah. Good catch. Is that I sold's night. Welcome. Thank you so much. And here, let's some coins for you. There they go. You know, if you get 100 of those coins, you'll get an extra life. It's true. My friend Mario told me. Yeah, this is only if you're uploading multiple files, you run into that. But the assumption here is that you are receiving multiple files in this list. So we've got some way now that we can receive those files. We'll write them to disk into the uploaded folder here. But now's the actual tricky part. How do we actually get the file from the form file control and send it over here? So let's go over to our Blazor components here, and I'm going to add a new Blazor. See, I'd rather it know that I'm in a Blazor project and that it also suggests to me that I'd like to add a Razor component. So let's call this upload.razor. There we go. I want this to be a page that it'll listen on. So page, and I want it to listen on /upload. With that directive, this component also now becomes an endpoint that I can navigate to. So we're going to upload some files. We're going to need the HTTP client. So we'll receive an HTTP client. There we go. So that I can actually do the upload there. I love code.
I_love_code just resubscribed for 8 months. Hi.
Hey. Thanks so much for the resub. Appreciate that. Let me see here. If a person is logical, you can be a good developer. Yes. Dennis asks, you ever get bored doing what I do? How do I cope? I host streams. That's what I do. I cope by hosting more streams and talking to other developers because I love doing this. I love talking to folks, teaching, engaging, answering your questions, writing a little bit of code together. I know some folks get annoyed. Why don't you just get the code done, Jeff? This is ridiculous. Why are you answering all these questions? Well, let me tell you.
You got the wrong guy. I'm the dude, man.
I'm not just teaching a lecture here. I'm talking to you, engaging, and hopefully you're enjoying the conversation and having a little bit of fun. Rainbow's Creations, I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Wow, we've got a lot of folks joining us today. Managers gotta manage. Absolutely. You want to come back, check out the stream since you always see me in Imperials? Well, thank you, Cypher. I very much appreciate that.
Alrighty then.
We'll see you another time then. Favorite part of DD's day? Yep. Absolutely. 100% you do get bored. You need to find ways to re-energize yourself. And that's why I'm doing this here. Is it true that Python could be taking over C? No. No. Python is an interpreted language. C is compiled and runs directly on the processor. Never learned any coding language besides Ruby. C is always eluded. Cypher. Okay. Ruby's a nice language. I learned it a while ago. Haven't been in it in at least almost 10 years now. So I know it's changed a bit since then. I'm going to answer just a viewer here and I'll get back into the project. Is there a difference between views and pages? Yes. A view runs with a controller, right? So a view is part of the MVC architecture, Model View Controller. You'll have a controller like these that when they finish whatever processing they need to do, they'll have some sort of a model that they deliver at the end of whatever that action is that the controller is taking. That model, that object, is passed into a view for formatting, right? And a view is just dumb. It's just a template that formats whatever's in that model. A page is more fully self-aware. It has a little bit of logic in it so that it can format itself, and it's also designed and hosted at a URL that looks like the name of the page. There are folks that enjoy the very page-centric development environment. Yoda Droid, thank you so much for that sub. Appreciate you joining us with a tier 1. I very much appreciate, and we'll make a donation to Coder Dojo. You're going to get 17 emotes, and you're going to get to throw some emotes at us here on screen. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the follow, Sosan and iWatcher. Oh my goodness. The follower train is strong today. Look at this. Wowie wow. All right. Does the page run TypeScript code at the browser? You can, but TypeScript code in the browser means you need to compile it into JavaScript, which will run natively in the browser. We're writing C# code that'll compile and run natively in the browser. Wait till you see this. So I've injected an HTTP client into my Razor template. Thank you for the follows there, Alarian. Appreciate you joining us. My gosh, we're gonna get to this. We're gonna get to this next 100 milestone here. If that hits 100, we'll give away that sticker, the next sticker pack. Wow.
From fellow Java dev to .NET dev smile.
Thank you so much. I appreciate those bits. Remember, if you cheer with the Subway bits, you get an extra 10% that Subway will pay into. The Rainbow Beard is close, but to hit another 300 followers in the next few days, that is tight. Goran! Thanks so much for the cheer. And I like to put down cheer graffiti to thank our folks that cheer. So I'm going to put right over here 100 from iWatcher. And we're going to save off this code so it's available on GitHub if anybody wants to download it. Today is the 13th, so we'll put that in there. And we had another one. It was 100 from Goran Howe. There we go. All right. A fellow Vortex Race 3 user. Nice, Yoda Droid. Love my Vortex. You can hear it clickety-clacking here. Hats and Sandals, thank you for the host. Rainbow Beard, yes, Cypher. When we hit this goal of 8,000 followers, I will dye my beard rainbow for a conference, for a major conference. We tried to get to it for September 15th. but we're not going to make it. If we had made it for September 15th, I was going to dye my beard rainbow for TwitchCon. From Twitch chat directly to GitHub. Absolutely. For sure. Okay, so my Razor component over here, Blazor component, this is going to run natively in the browser. So I need to receive an HTTP client so I have a way to post data back to my API endpoint. And I'm going to need a way to upload files. So I need a file input control. I would normally do that with some sort of a form, right? And I could actually put a form here that uploads directly, couldn't I? Couldn't I? Wait a sec. Goran!
Blazor away.
Thank you so much for that. I'm just going to update that one right there. I could just do this directly, couldn't I? Right? Right, and do... I could literally have that format. And boom, it'll upload those files to... And I'm not even going to specify those, right? I can specify action equals... Well, it's going to be /API/upload. And it will post to that location. I don't even need this. Right? And that should work. So let's give that a shot. This is the straight HTML way to upload. And I'm not really using Blazor yet. Let's take a look at this. Purple face for .NET Conf. No. Can you cheer -100 to get 100 bits? No. Twitch won't let you do that, logical. I see what you did there. While this is compiling, I'll tell you that a while ago I wrote a storefront. And yeah, look at that. File path doesn't exist down there. But the file path is actually the temp file location. See that? Yeah. Count is the file count. Let's return an array of file paths. And I want to return actually the location that I wrote it to. You know what? I'm just going to remove it. I don't want to figure it out. Just do it. Just do it! So I wrote a storefront before I started working at Microsoft, before I worked at Telerik before that. And I forgot to check if you could put negative quantities in the cart. And somebody ordered like -100 of whatever thing it was we were selling. Fortunately, the payment provider stopped a credit of how many hundreds of dollars back to that person. So, how about cheering long max +1 to receive a lot of cheers instead of just 100? That would be fantastic for me, but I'm not sure that you would get that your bank account would keep up. I'm going to go to /upload, and this is going to go to that upload page. There it is. So I should be able to browse and upload a file. So let's do this. Let me go. I think I have some. Where's my GIFs? There it is. Let's go upload a GIF. Here we go. Let's upload that file and see what happens. So I'm going to click upload, and here we are. And it should have copied out into my uploaded folder. There it is. So that worked. I mean, literally, right? I've done nothing Blazor specific with that. I took advantage of straight HTML to upload that. And I mean, I did a post into it, but it took me out of the context of my Blazor page. So now what? Ultramark says I should have written a unit test for that shopping cart. Oh, Ultramark. You're right. I should have. Drawn to Code, welcome. It's good to see you. We're having a magical day here on stream. So this takes me out of the context. This takes me out of the experience of Blazor, right? I'm not in that single page application. I'm over on this. I would need to redirect back to something else, and I lost that state. But right? It doesn't feel right. What would feel right is if I could do the upload, and it did the upload using the HTTP client and just gave me a status or a progress bar here on this page that showed, hey, it's done. So let's give that a try. Snoopaloopy says, real developers debug in live code.
Are these really the questions that I was called here to answer?
No, we don't. You can debug live code from Azure. That is a very cool feature you can do. Snapshot debugging, it's called. Check that out. Really cool stuff. Wanadza says, gotta go. Thanks so much for streaming. Well, thanks so much for joining us. This video, like all my other videos, will be available here on Twitch, and we'll archive it over to YouTube in a few days. Thanks so much for that. All right, so what if I wanted to upload this and stay on the same page? I want to do that with an HTTP client. So let's do that instead. So I'm going to go back over here to my Blazor page, and instead of this being a form with an upload button here, how do we do it with Blazor, right? So I do need that HTTP client here. HTTP client, and I'll just call it HTTP client because that's what I want. And I'm going to write some code down here at the bottom. Now, just like if you were writing JavaScript, right, you would have some script tag and whatever down at the bottom of your HTML that has your JavaScript. Well, by wrapping @code here with some curly braces, I can write C# code that'll compile and run client side. Real developers code in production. Oh, Fanny, that is way too far. No.
You have no idea what you're dealing with.
No idea. Don't do that. Operations folks will kill you. How do I handle architecture at Microsoft? Like, how do you figure out boundaries, contracts? I'm not an engineer on the teams, and that would be a very good question for folks on the .NET teams. I would suggest check out the Visual Studio channel on Thursdays. The .NET teams host a stand-up with some of the engineers joining, and they can help answer and talk through some of that process. Because it is very interesting how they do that, and I don't want to answer your question incorrectly. So check out the Visual Studio channel. They do it over there. Malbroy, I don't appreciate the cross promotion. All right. Hey, Coated Beer. Coated Beard. Ooh, say that right. Do that. There we go. All right. So, just wanted to remove that link from chat. Okay, so if I'm uploading this data using Blazor, I'm going to have a form. I'm going to have input files here. And how do we get that? How do we upload those using Blazor? Let's go back over to the docs. And let's look for... Okay. I'm going to tempt fate. I'm going to go over to the ASP.NET Core preview. I know they've been working on this. Blazor? Blazor WebAssembly? All right. They've been building content here quickly to try and get stuff built and ready. Client-side development. No, that's not what I want. Nope. I'm going to bounce this off of Bing. And we want Blazor file upload. Because I know there's a way to do this. Blazor file upload component. So our friends at Syncfusion have a component that'll do that. Let's see here. Uploading, reading files. Let's see what these folks have. That's directly in the source control repository. Even better, our friend Steve Sanderson. Steve is the developer who wrote Blazor. And look at this. Look at this. Wrote this today. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Introducing input file. Well then. Look at this. Published a NuGet package. Could this question have come any more timely? Wow. So I am using the 3.0 Preview 9. Literally, I I had no idea this was written. None. Zero. I cannot take credit for this at all. I'm going to add that package reference that Steve is providing for us. You can do this for server side. Add a using statement. Okay, let's see what that does. Due to a bug we'll fix before client, you can't just reference input file JS from content. Instead, you'll have to manually copy the contents from GitHub. Okay. So I need this JavaScript. So let's add a folder for JavaScript. And, yep, new item. No. Is it here? Is it in this? That's weird. JavaScript file in its Visual C#. The plot thickens. Alright, and paste that in. Okay. Finally, in your imports Blazor, did that. Okay. Usage. Input file on change handle file selected. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Yep. So let's put that there. Cool. It picked it up. You can see the tag turned turquoise because it recognized that as a C# based component. So I don't think I need the inject anymore. If file does not equal null. Well, where's file coming from? Okay. Let's see what this does. Where's file coming from? Handle file selected. Good. File. There it is. This. Okay. File equals files first or default. Nice. Alright, but it needs to actually upload it. Right? Count lines. Well, that's doing that. No, I don't want to do that. I want to actually upload the file. Curious about the downloads on the package. Well, it just became available. Now your event handler will receive an iFile list entry which can contain multiple entries. Okay. Bandwidth, latency, and security. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Message size, sure. Thank you for the follow. Aaron Shades, welcome. Hey, Codaskew, good to see you. Oh my gosh, and Guyusoft, welcome. Appreciate the follows. Yeah, I want to do the upload. How do I upload this? Right, he's actually reading the file here inside the client-side Blazor component. I want to push that file, right? I have an iFile list entry, right? Which is... Let's take a look at what that is. I have a stream of data, so I should be able to push that stream of data to the server, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? Let's see what happens with what we have here. And we'll try and do... Yeah, with upload. I want to do the upload to send the file. You can read data from the file either immediately on selection or later when the user clicks an upload button. Yeah. Yeah. To read the data, just access file data. Okay. But I want to do upload. Upload times. So he doesn't have anything to directly show that. So you missed out on a question a bit up. Mind checking out Optimal. If you want to learn C# web development but have no experience coding, should I start with C#, HTML, or CSS? Start with HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS for new developers that are getting in and want to build web pages. That's the foundation. Whether you're building with Node, ASP.NET, PHP, Ruby, those generate HTML and CSS. If you don't know what you need to know what you're generating before you start writing C# to generate that code. So All right, so let me go to /upload. And let's see what this looks like. All right, so I've got 2 browse buttons. Why do I have 2 browse buttons? Ah, because I have this one here. Okay. So it's the lower one. It's the one that... Okay, so if I do that, it should tell me what this is. Right? Because this should run, and that should update. And it's not doing anything. Neither one of them is doing anything. Ah, look at that. Could not find Blazor input file in window. Oh, you know what? I didn't include the JavaScript. Right? Put it directly in root. I need to include this. My bad. It is here. Yeah. And it's under, actually, JS. There we go. Try that again. So, is it late to learn coding at 35 years? Not at all, Code Askew. Not at all. There are so many folks that we need in the software development industry. Learning at any age is more than welcome. Don't feel intimidated. Don't feel like you're coming in late to the game if you're starting in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s. We need folks in this industry, whether it doesn't matter what race you are, what gender, where you're located. There's a need for lots of developers. And I want to encourage everybody to learn to go and become part of our community. Let's try this. There we go. That's pretty cool. So 311K, and it's a PNG. Nice. So what if I want to upload that? Right? I actually want to push that to a server. What's that look like? So let's try from over here. You know what? I'm going to put that on the navigation. So we have an upload button out here. All right. Hey. There we go. Sure. We'll call this upload. So from my upload component, I should have some sort of a button here that actually does the upload. But, right, this is inside of a form, and it'll push to /API/upload. I don't want it to use the form to do that. Use the form, Luke. No. No. Bad joke. I'm sorry. I apologize. Thank you for the follow. Generic username. Welcome. Alright, so I'm gonna put an on-click on here. And we'll call the method upload file. Right? That makes sense. And we'll do upload. So I'm gonna need some sort of an HTTP client. I was right. I was right. Okay. So create a method down here, void upload file. So files are first or default, so I should be able to do HTTP client post async. The request URI I'm going to was /API/upload. Now the content is going to be, well, I need to create some of that multi-part form new HTTP content, but I need that multi-part form encoded thing, right? So how do I do that? HTTP client post file data. File and data to an API using HTTP client from our friends at Code Project. New HTTP client base address multi-part form data content form. There we go. That feels like what the type of thing we want to do there. Content equals new stream content. There we go. So I think that's what we want, right? Client multi-part form data content. Let's put this over here so we can reference it. And hide this. Hey, where'd it go? I'd really like to not see this panel. Thank you. No, we're not going to be able to see both. Tell you what, we'll just copy. Yeah, client post async the form. Let's copy that. Use that as a base point for what we're doing here. And we'll modify and update it appropriately. How we doing in our chat room? I now have 2 fetch datas. Do I? Do I have 2 fetch datas? No, I've only got 1. We're good. Alright. Let's move some of these things around a little bit. Hey, where'd Karnak go? I thought I had Karnak working. There it is. No. Karnak, you're not working. Karnak is the tool that I use so that you can see my hotkeys here on stream, and it does not want to work. I think I just saw it. No. There they go. All right. So let's move this down to the bottom. Oh my gosh, who's our new follower? Carrie Payette!
Payette just resubscribed for 9 months.
Bazinga.
Call fake spaghetti an imposter.
Oh, thank you, Carrie, for that sub. And we'll make another donation to Coder Dojo. Thank you very, very much. Carrie's a big supporter here on the stream. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate all the support. We need to set up, we've got a couple of co-streams that we've got to do together here. Alright, so I've got a multi-part form data content because that's how you upload data with HTML. The content is not string content, file to upload. No. Thank you for the follow! I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But welcome, I appreciate you joining us. Content, items, form add content, file to upload, whatever. No, I don't care about this. Stream. I have, right? So I already have stream content. That file has some stream content that comes with it, right? Right here, the data. So what I should be able to do is, right? I don't need this or that. Content equals... No, no, no. We're okay. We should be able to say file.data. And we'll have stream content then, right? Good. Form URL encoded content parameters. Thank you for the follow, Kenpachi. Appreciate you joining us. What did we miss here? Do I need that dictionary items? Client post async form, and the form was just content disposition is form data, name, file to upload, and the file name that we're uploading. No, okay, so hang on. I think we're okay here. Don't need this. Don't need that. Right, and we had this updated so it was like that. Right? This should be a var. Right? Now it does. The content disposition, new content header disposition value, form data, name, sure. File name will be file.name. Form.add that content, good. I'm okay with that. And the response, right, get rid of this, await Something like that. Now I can't await because this isn't an... what do we... We can't await because this isn't... Let me format this. That's going to trick me out there. Let's make this return an async task. There we go. Why do I have a line there? Where'd that come from? Let's give this a shot. Let's see if this works. So, right, we've put together just an HTTP client that's going to create that multi-part form data and allow us to upload data to the server, hopefully. So I'm going to go upload here. Let me open Solution Explorer so we can keep an eye on that uploaded files folder. Right, where was it? Down here, uploaded. And let's see if we can get the data upload. Oh, I have it going to the wrong location. You're right. Rats, I didn't change the location it was going to. All right, so I can browse for a file. Let's choose something different. I'm going to choose wisely. There it goes. So it knows what the file is inside of the Blazor component inside the client. So the client's good. It knows what this is. Now I'm going to click upload and hopefully it'll appear over here. Or maybe it won't. Nope. All right, here we go. So what happened here? Same origin policy disallows reading the remote resource at API upload. Well, okay. Network error when attempting to fetch resource. Really? Really? Let's see. What does Steve have here? Handle file selected. I'm going to actually upload the file. So we created an input file, yeah. How do we actually custom UI using drag and drop support? That's kind of nice. Thank you for the follow. A Rasteroth? Nice. Name equals file to upload. Shouldn't it be files? Your action parameter is called files. Oh, wait. Hang on, I changed the base address here. Look at that. That shouldn't have happened. That's wrong. Should be posting to the same URL. I think we're going to be okay here. I think we got this. Oh, wait. Hang on. 1 second. 1 second. I'm going to fix over here. This is going to fetch data. It should be going to upload. Restart that. I should delete the line instead of comment, says Fodal. Which one? This one? You're not wrong. You're right. I should delete it. Okay, so let's browse. I'm going to choose wisely here. Let's open my console so we can see if there's any error. I'm expecting to see it over here. Ooh. Something happened. It posted, but then what? Oh, wait. Should have gotten that. I'm not attached with the debugger, so I don't know what happened. Let me rerun this in the debugger so we can take a look at that. Fault Player! Welcome. I appreciate you following us, and I look forward to seeing you in the channel. Is there any way to get hot reload in this stack? With Blazor, not yet, because it's compiling the C# and shipping it to the browser. With ASP.NET Core, absolutely. Yep. Okay. So I should see it hit my OK statement. There it goes. So it should have written the file, right? Let me take a look at that collection of files here. 0! That's a problem. So it didn't actually receive a file. What did it receive? I should be able to look at the immediate window and say, I should be able to take a look at the request, right? Let's see what we have over there. HTTP request headers, content type, multi-part form data entry. Yeah, form data. Good, good. All right. So where to go? Name is the file to upload. We added the file data. And we posted the form. Form.files. Karsten Pet was right. Need to change the parameter. Let me see. Name equals file to upload. Where? Here? Change that to files so that it matches. Let's give that a shot. See if that'll do the upload. Come on. So this is very much to the question about it, can you do hot reload? The Blazor client side is very much a work in progress. It's still in preview mode. Those types of things that you expect in your developer tools, like hot reload, are things that they're still working on. So I open that, it finds it, click the upload. Did something. Hey, we've got a file there. Look at that. And it wrote it properly. Oh yeah. There you go. So I've returned an OK indicator here. We could put on that HTTP client some sort of a progress indicator, some sort of a response that, hey, this completed the upload, mark something uploaded successfully, whatever, right? So we took a few steps there. We literally found a package that was just released today that does this, and now we've got a sample that will upload data to a server using client-side Blazor with a little bit of JavaScript. Just a little bit to make that work. But it's early. You saw this is a 0.1 preview. So it's growing. It's going in the right direction. I didn't want to delete Steve's post. Let's close some of these. And let's go back over to here. I'm going to create a repository to put this sample into. Sample Blazor file upload. There we go. You know what? No, don't put it here. Bad idea. You kill me. Here we go. Go over to the... So I actually have an organization for the stream. I'll create a repository over here called sample Blazor file upload. Sample code shown on stream to upload files using Blazor WebAssembly. There we go. Public repository, create this with a README. Yes, I will add a git ignore for Visual Studio. This will be MIT licensed. Create the repository. And I'll upload the content here that we just wrote. So if you want to tinker with it, if you want to get your hands on it, use it for extend, build a project with this, go right ahead. You're welcome to. Let me also, where'd that go? It was in the, there it is, upload razor. Get rid of that. Okay. It was sample, no, there. Git init here. Git remote add origin, that location. Git pull origin master. There we go. Add all the things to it. commit, first commit, and we'll push. Oh, I gotta sign it. Oh, it is still in C# Fritz. You're right. No. You go away for a second. It did put it in C# Fritz, even though I went to Fritz and Friends. I'll move it later. There we go. Signed. And uploaded on GitHub for you. Alright. My gosh, that took us to 11:30. Woo! A little bit longer than I expected. But I think we found a good solution for that. No. No. Where did... Hang on. Where did Steve's blog post go? We were just looking at it. File uploads with Blazor. No, over here. So that should be updated, and I'm going to put a link in the README. Inspired and by Steve Sanderson's work at... There we go. Yep, commit that, and now it's available to you. Nah, Control-Shift-T was too far back. You're welcome, Silly Porridge. I can go to the new repo screen and change owner. Cool. Shouldn't I be able to save the streams directly from the Blazor file without the controller? Karsten Pett. Well, the Blazor client is running in the browser. I want to save it to somewhere on the server. So you don't know where the server is. You need to send it to that server, wherever it is. You can search for tabs using % search term. Interesting. Yeah, Karsten, there's that interesting thing with Blazor. You also see this with JavaScript technologies. When they're running in the browser, it's happening somewhere off the server. And if you want it to take an action on the server, you need to bring it back. You need to send it back over. So, I don't have too much more time here because I need to stop to make sure we start up the Dev Intersection show here on time. Let's see here. I got a message from Mrs. C# Fritz I got to respond to. Do that. There we go. Good. And okay. All right. Okay. Let's... Yes, Dev Intersection will be streaming in just a little bit. Why doesn't that shout-out command work? Yeah, that shipping is a little crazy. But it is coming from China. The shipping that I had to pay was significant as well. So... Might be Mods Plus. I think it's Mods Plus. It's not even working for me. That's weird. What if I do it as all lowercase? I know it does a check on it. No. File upload to the Pixel bot would be awesome. Yes. There's a great idea. There's a great idea, Janesco. Yeah, shout out for Dev Intersection. Make sure you check it out. We're going to be hosting our friend Mark Miller in just a little bit over there. And It'll be tremendous in just a little bit, friends. So, thank you for the link, Hugo. You know what, Hugo? We need to do something here. Can I take... Chat room, can you give me a second before I get back into the Pixel bot? I'm going to make Hugo a moderator. He's been around here doing a tremendous job supporting and helping out. Thank you so much for your help, Hugo. We're going to toss you a sword. I very much appreciate that. Any pyrotechnics from Mark on Dev Intersection? We shall see. Oh, we shall see. Big hype for Hugo. Yeah. Thank you so much for your help. You've been a great part of our community. Oh my, indeed. So, and just be careful where you swing that thing around here, okay? Hugo. Surprise swording. Yeah, a little bit. So, all right, let's head back over to the Pixel bot and let's talk about. And let's talk a little bit further about where we are with this. What? Who? What? No. Do the thing. No. This one. No. Go. Load. Tacos for everybody. Tacos on Hugo. There you go. Just noticed the jersey. Look at that. You like the sponsor logo there? Look at that. It's beautiful. So I'm going to be collecting some addresses here today. I want to make sure that we get them sent out to our friends that are going to be presenting as part of .NET Conf in, oh my gosh, it's just over a week away, about 10 days away till .NET Conf. I want to make sure that the live coders that are presenting as part of .NET Conf have their jerseys and can look really nice on stream. Fantastical, yes. And many other of the live coders will get their jerseys live in person at TwitchCon. So, can't wait for .NET Conf. Me neither, Tony Tins. Oh, it's going to be tremendous. Really great event. 70 sessions. 70 sessions! Trust me, I've been reviewing them all. Here we are. We're back in the Pixelbot. This is a project we've been working on that originally started for our friend Quill Tony to allow a management of faux currency, stream currency, in channel. And we've been slowly building onto this. We've evolved it to be a distributed chatbot so that it can manage multiple channels using the actor model. And you can learn more about that architecture in some of our previous streams. I don't have too much time here, but I wanted to step back in and take a look back at the integration that we're doing between SignalR and JavaScript and client-side Blazor. Yes, I said JavaScript. So what's going on here is I have a little bit of script running inside this user activity JS file, and right, and it's properly namespaced so that it's encapsulated here, that will start up and handle the notifications from Blazor, from SignalR, calling in and saying, hey, I've got a new follower, or I've got a new subscriber, or I've got a new cheer that happens. We've already got code written that detects when these things happen, and it'll bubble this up. Actually, we just have new follower written. That's okay. And it should trigger, come down through the SignalR channel, right? SignalR is a two-way communication protocol we have between a client and a server. In this case, it'll use WebSockets to communicate, and we'll have a client sitting out there in this page, in this script, listening for messages. When it receives a command of new follower, it'll trigger this method, right? And appropriately go over into our C# that's running client side, because C# with Blazor runs client side in the browser, and we'll make it do something. So I need to wire up, I need to connect the event handlers from my SignalR connection to these methods down here. That shouldn't be too hard, just a couple of calls here. And we can start running some tests. We can start forcing some new follower events to happen, right? Not by forcing people to follow us, but I mean, we could force people to follow us. Yeah, we could do that. And see if it works, if we can get the data to load here and actually do something on screen. That's a total fake shout out. Totally. but it worked. Shout out for Quiltoni. Absolutely. What's the name of this song? This song is called Judson, and it's on the Music to Code By from Carl Franklin. We can run the music command there in the chat room. There you go. And you can get your copy from there. Or you can just join us and listen and have a good time. That works too. So, with SignalR, this is JavaScript. I can connect my connection to the server. That's what this is building here for me. I can listen for events and appropriately redirect those to these methods. I believe it's the on. Is it on? Right? I think it's on. SignalR core. SignalR.NET Core. I had some sample code for this that I was using. Right, and I also have this in other projects. I could go reference that. Call hub methods, call client methods from the hub. Right, connection on. Yeah, whatever the name of it is, and we pass the arguments along. So we can say, right, connection on. JavaScript client, not the .NET client. Get the right client, Jeff. Connect to the hub, cross-origin connections. Nah, we're not doing cross-origin. So we don't need to add cores. Call method, hub methods, call client methods from hub. Here we go. Connection on this. We're going to receive those arguments and pass them along. All right, here we go. So connection on, and we're going to receive a new follower command. New follower. And we're going to pass along the new follower name. I'm just going to call it name here. And we're just going to call new follower name. And that should be it. I'll have similar for new subscriber and new cheer. Subscriber, new cheer. And these should be new subscriber, new cheer, and the arguments are these right here. So let's just copy and move them along. Ta-da! A lot of left, right, but I think by keeping these consistent, it's going to make it easier to follow these things along instead of remapping into different things. Typo in new subscriber. Ooh, you're right. Good catch. Thank you. Okay, so that should relay those messages appropriately into these, which will delegate it over to the C# code, which is running here. We should do something with these. So let's just do console right line, new follower reached Blazor, and that new follower is new follower name, just to get something to pop out there. Now, how can I trigger this? How can I force this to happen? Return task dot complete task. Okay. Good. So how can I trigger this to happen? So I will have a user activity hub over here that knows how to send those messages out. I could just stand up a controller. Well, I've already got my test controller over here. Yes. Let's change this around. String, instead of this, we'll make it follower name. And what we'll do is not channel manager. I'm not going to test with that now. Change my test here. I'm going to receive now the iHub context for user activity hub with a type of user activity client. Oh yeah, look at that. And we'll call this context. This dot hub context equals context. Right, we'll rename this to hub context, and its type, of course, is this. Ugh. Ugh. I did that wrong. That's better. Okay. So now when I do this get, what I should be able to do is say hub context dot clients all, and I should be able to say, yeah, there it is. New follower, follower name. And it should notify everything that's listening what happened there. Because it's not awaited, execution of the current method continues, blah, 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 blah. Fine. You like that? It's still going to leave me with a green line. Oh, you need to configure await. All right. Ocular Malice. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the host. I'm sorry. Thank you for the host. I think I'm ready to give this a shot. So the user activity train, right? That is sitting here. It's going to be listening on widgets train channel name. Let's give this a shot. See what breaks. If I've done everything right, there'll be nothing here on the page, but we've got the SignalR JavaScript client. We're attaching the client to the hub for the channel requested. Yes. We're going to pass the JavaScript runtime. We did that. We're past that over. We should now be receiving messages and getting this all connected up. Oh, I'm so excited. Would it be possible if it was a TypeScript file, if there was a TS name of package, but that takes some, yeah, takes a little bit of setup to make that working. What did I break here? Can I convert from iHub context to user activity hub, user activity client? Yeah, why not? They're the same. Cannot be used as a type parameter thub. There is no implicit reference from in startup. In startup. Get service. iHub context user activity hub user activity. Oh, wait a sec. The user activity client moved on us. It is now under core.client. And it's not going to let me control dot that. No. I'll just reuse this one that isn't being used. And there it goes. Now it works. Or it should work. Let's see what happens. What do I got here? Yes, yes, yes. I am going to wrap up right after this and get things set for dev intersection. Here we go. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Ah, good so far. Taking a long time to start. Okay. So I should be able to go to /widgets /user activity, right? There's nothing there. Sure there is. It is here. Widgets train. Oh, fine. C# Fritz, right? There we go. Okay, so nothing's happening here yet. And I've already got some script errors in here. Look at that. Could not find user activity in window. Well, did the script load? The script should have loaded. Because I'm including, my JavaScript gets included on my index page. There it is. User activity. It should have received that and had it available. We're gonna have to debug and get into that. Why it doesn't see the user activity. Yeah, right there. So my JavaScript object, it doesn't see. Let me go back over to the JavaScript. Here. So function user activity. This should be a thing available. right? If I come down here, I should be able to say window dot user activity, and it sees it. And wait a sec. Or maybe it doesn't. If I just say user activity dot, no, it doesn't see it. That's not a real thing. I'm gonna need to debug and get into that. It is wrapped into Clojure, yes. So, right, do I say at the end here, window dot user activity equals this? Right, so that I can say user activity dot and get into those things? Maybe? If I refresh that, it should give me the new JavaScript. No, could not find user activity in window. I think I've also got an order of operations thing here that's happening. Tell you what, I need to wrap up because I need to get ready for my next show. So let's do this. Let's commit the code that I have here right now. And we'll come back to this Sunday when we get back together. But I think you're right. There is something not quite right there. So let's stop that and play our wrap-up music. Started forwarding events from JavaScript to Blazor. And we'll sign that. Push up those changes. We're going to end up rebasing this. But it's available, it's out there, so you can take a look and we can figure out what those next steps are. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. This has been a lot of fun today. What .NET version am I using? I'll show you that real quick. 30100 Preview 9. There you go. We're going to be heading over to the Dev Intersection channel. I need to get all my guests lined up and connected, but you will see us over there in just a few minutes. I'm not going to raid. I'm not going to host anybody today because I need to get that configured and send everybody over there. If you're watching, Dev Intersection will be hosted here on the C# Fritz channel, but I encourage you, click through to the Dev Intersection channel as soon as you see it pop up, and join us in the chat room. There'll be lots of great conversation with our friend Mark Miller and Richard Campbell over there, and we're going to have a great time together. All right? I will see you in just a little bit. All right? Take care.